It takes a lot to get up in front of your peers to do anything, especially act. The one I play you're going to see today is the best of the best. So please be respectful and enjoy the show.
This is Linda Hayes reporting just outside Houston, Texas, where the Johnson Space Center had just announced that the missiles had failed to alter the meteor trajectory. The meteor, roughly the size of Texas, will hit the United States of America in 48 hours. The president has not released a statement, and martial law has been put into effect. This could very well be the end of humanity as we know it. Parents, hug your children, friends, hug each other, enemies, make peace. This is Linda Hayes, and we are signing off. Stay safe, and may God have mercy on us.
Stupid phone for once in your life. Hello? Don't hang up. Oh, you stupid piece of...
Well, that's not going to fix any of your problems.
Excuse me?
Yelling into that stupid piece of metal isn't going to reconnect you with your long-lost family.
How did you...
It's obvious. In our current situation, you're either on a trip or you're estranged from your family. By the way you're acting, I hardly think you're on a trip, so strange it is.
Who are you?
I'm Holly. It's a pleasure to meet you at this bus stop while the world is burning.
Yeah, I'm Wynn. Why are you waiting for a bus? You know they're not coming, right?
Yeah, I know I'm not an idiot. I just needed someplace quiet, and what's quieter than a bus stop when there aren't any buses?
Fair enough.
Wait, where are you going?
Thought I might leave you to your quiet. See if I can get in touch with my family again.
I don't mind the company.
So, what? We just sit here and talk while the world burns around us?
Well, there's not much I can do at this point, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, my family's made it quite clear that they don't want anything to do with me based on the choices I've made. So I guess you're all I have at the moment.
Same goes for you. Do you want to read Garfield?
You're a strange person. Holly. I can't be the only one to have told you that.
Oh, definitely not. Wit. But I have to say, I find you quite stranger than I could ever be.
Really? How so?
You're sitting with a stranger you just met at an abandoned bus stop reading Garfield during the end of the world. You are a lot stranger than me.
Well, when you put it like that.
What do you think of all this?
I'm scared.
I am too. We all are.
I just don't see why we couldn't get a drill team and slingshot them into the meteor so they could drill a hole and drop a bomb in it and blow the thing up. You know, like they did in Armageddon. Everyone lived happily ever after in Armageddon.
Except for, you know, Bruce Willis's character and like the majority of his team.
I've never seen Armageddon.
Then you probably shouldn't be comparing it to real life then.
I'm just in the denial phase.
You're probably going to be in it for the rest of your life, to be honest.
Who knew I'd be in the process of grieving over my own life?
It's not just your life you're grieving. It's the entire existence of our species. Of every species.
Yeah, you're not really helping.
Sorry, it's just, you're not the strangest person I've seen today, though.
Really?
Yeah, earlier there was this guy trying to get into that church over there, but it's locked up tight.
How is that strange?
Well, it wouldn't have been that strange if he hadn't come up to me and started confessing all of his sins. Me.
Wait, seriously?
Unfortunately, he came up to me and said...
Church over there is closed, and I just need to, like, get all this stuff off my chest, man. Like, I know you're not a bishop or anything, but I just gotta talk to someone.
No way. What did you say?
Well, first I corrected him that a bishop didn't listen to confessions. That's the priest's job. And I said, yeah, man, talk away. I got nothing better to do.
Thanks. You have no idea about all the awful things I've done. I have 3 kids, and I haven't seen them in years. I left their mother stranded with no money and no way of living. I was brave all the commitment, you know? And just like, I don't even know my kids, and I don't want them to know me. Not a good person. I got into drugs when I was like 14. I stole from my mom and like everyone.
This guy just sounds sad.
Yeah, but it gets worse.
I've never told anyone this before.
So I said, talk away.
I was out with my buddies. They're not really my buddies, just some people I got high with. And we were planning on robbing a gas station for money. And I didn't know he had a gun on him, and he shot the cashier. I didn't know he had a gun on him, and I just can't get his face out of my head. I want to say I'm sorry to his family, but I didn't know who he was. I was scared, but not as scared as I am now. I want to say I'm sorry to everyone, you know? want to be a good person, but I can't. And I'm so messed up.
Oh my god. What did you say?
I didn't really know what to say. I mean, I hardly had the authority to tell him to do 10 Hail Marys. And I didn't have the life experience to tell him how to fix his problem.
So you didn't say anything?
Not exactly. I said, that sucks, dude.
You did not say that.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna go.
Oh, I said it, but I don't think he was looking for a specific person to tell these things to. I think he was just looking for someone to tell everything that he's done. But I wasn't gonna pity him. I wasn't gonna tell him how sorry I was for him because it doesn't matter. Not now, not ever.
I guess that makes sense. It's true, but kind of harsh.
Maybe, but if there's anyone I'm gonna feel sorry for, it's the family he left behind.
I wonder what my family's doing right now.
I'm sure they're doing okay.
Probably eating dinner right now. It's Thursday, that means pork chops.
Don't you think this world emergency, such as the one we're currently in, would break up their particular schedules?
You obviously don't know my family.
Can't say I do. Want to tell me about it?
I don't think you'd want to hear it.
I don't mind. I have a lot of time on my hands, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, I guess we do, don't we?
So, what were they like?
Well, my mother was really sweet, but my dad was sort of a monster.
Stop calling here! You're not welcome when we don't hear from you again!
Dad, this is your son, okay? You're not just hang up on him like that. Especially not if someone is here. You're supposed to talk to us one more time. Why can't you let him call here? I mean, at least to say goodbye.
Because he left us and he's dead to us. He doesn't want to be part of this family, so we have no reason to say goodbye to him.
He only left because you wouldn't let him be himself. You were always pushing him to be like you, and he's not.
Can we not have this discussion at the dinner table?
Who actually cares, Mom? The freaking world is ending, and you're worried about manners? Your son is out there, and you're not doing anything about it. What kind of...
That's enough! I don't want to hear any more from you! Go to your room!
We should call him here and make sure he's okay.
No, Witch has made his decision, and I will not hear any more of this conversation. That's all.
Mama, what's going on?
It's nothing exciting. Do you want more peas?
Ew, no.
But they're good for you.
If he doesn't want to eat any peas, he doesn't have to eat any peas. I swear to God!
I was like to start cleaning up. Everything okay, Casey?
No, he's not. I just want to talk to him one more time, but I can't even get my phone to cooperate, let alone my own father.
You know, I know. I miss him too. But he left us, and that's not going to change because the world's ending. We can't go get your father.
Why not? Why can't we just talk to him one more time? It's not like we're going to be around much longer to do anything about it. There is no waiting or doing it later. There's no time to think of which decisions to make. You just have to do it. And he didn't want to leave us. He had to. Don't you understand that? Don't you understand anything? Just leave me alone.
Hello?
Hey, Lit. It's me.
Oh my god, Casey, it's so great to hear from you. How is everyone?
I hate to tell you this, but nothing's changed. Even during the end, Dad's still freaking out over you leaving. And he won't let Mom talk to you. You know how he is.
Yeah, I know how it can get, but how's Mom? How's Teddy?
I don't think Teddy has any idea about what's going on. He's so little, you know? And he won't let Mom talk to you. She's going crazy. She misses you, I know that much.
I miss all of you too. I wish I could come home to see everyone.
Me too.
But, hey, Casey, gotta hang in there. And besides, look on the bright side. I got to talk to you one more time.
I guess that's true.
You just gotta stay strong. Keep the household in check the way only you can do. You're such a little rebel. You'll keep him in line. I know you will.
I'll try, Lit.
That's all you gotta do.
Casey, come downstairs, help you all to clean up.
No! Look, I don't know how much longer we have to talk, but I need you to know that I love you and I miss you, bro. And I wish I was with you instead of here.
I love you too, little sis. But you gotta stay strong for Mom and Teddy, okay?
I'll try.
Told you to get off that phone!
Dad?
Yeah?
He doesn't seem very particularly nice.
He's not. He kicked me out of the house and then blames me because I left.
Why did he kick you out?
It's a long story, but I wasn't what he wanted me to be, and I didn't live the way he wanted me to live, and unless I change to what he wants me to be, I'm not welcome back, so there's that.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could relate, but I had a really awesome mom.
My mom's just as bad as my dad.
But that was your sister on the phone, right?
Yeah.
She seemed very nice.
She is. I don't know where I'd be without her. She's always been there for me, you know? She was always there to, like, help me get through stuff, and she was always there to piss me off. She was always such a little rebel. She was the only one brave enough to just stand up to our father. She was amazing and stupid. You know how little sisters are.
I don't. Never had one.
Do you have any family? You can call them using my phone. It doesn't have that much battery on it, but you can still use it.
I only have one person who we're calling in. I haven't talked to her in so long, it'd be kind of disrespectful just to call her now.
Well, it couldn't hurt to try.
No, she wouldn't pick up.
Well, I told you about my family. The least you can do is tell me about this girl. She your friend, or...
She was my best friend. We did everything together.
Then why can't you call her?
We sort of got into this really bad fight, and I don't know where I stand in our relationship. Our friendship is kind of like that. End of the world and all that, and I still don't know if it's, like, okay to call her.
Well, you never know unless you try, right?
She's not picking up.
Then try again. Everyone needs a little closure, especially during a time like this.
Wait, this is a bad idea.
Come on. What's the worst that could happen?
Do not say crap like that! It's always people like you who are like, oh, what's the worst that could happen? And you know what happens to those types of people? They're the first to get beheaded!
What are you even talking about?
Sorry. Just take your phone back.
I have no use for it anymore. Try again.
Oh my god, if it'll shut you up, fine! Hey, Abby, I know we haven't talked in a long time, but I just want you to know that I love you. You're the only friend I ever had, and I hope you're safe.
Dear Holly, I know that there's no possible way that you're going to read this, seeing as how I have no idea where you are. So I'm just going to pretend that I'm reading this to you, so I don't feel so alone.
You're probably feeling so alone right now. And I'm sorry I left. I was just scared. And now there's no possible way for me to get to you when you need me the most.
I hate you for leaving. I hope you know that. I needed you, and you weren't here. I know if you weren't here, you'd probably say something like, I was just scared, but that's no excuse, Holly. We're all scared. You were the only family I had. I was the only family you had, and you left me here all alone.
You were the only family I ever known. We were always there for each other. I love you. I miss you. I wish I could talk to you, see you more than anything else. I know you're probably still angry at me, but it's true.
I'm so angry at you. I don't even know what to do with myself. But I know you're sorry and all that, and I forgive you, but I'm still angry.
You're probably hurting so much.
I'm hurting so much right now.
It's all my fault.
But I don't want you to think that's your fault.
I was never there for you.
You were always there for me.
I was never enough.
But you were never enough.
And I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry that I have to do this.
I shouldn't have left you.
It's easier this way. I don't know why I'm doing this now, but I can't watch the world burn. I can't stand to be alone for another minute. I'm sorry that I couldn't be strong enough to watch the final moments of the earth. I was never the strong one, Holly. That was always you, and I'm sorry for not being able to appreciate all you've done for me.
You were always the strong one, stronger than me. I was the one that ran away. Remember? Please just call me back at this number when you get this.
I love you. Bye.
I love you. Call me back.
She'll call you back?
No, I don't think she will.
Well, I'm sure she knows how much you love her and how sorry you are for leaving her. At least you have some closure now.
Yeah, but I don't want her to be alone in a time like this, and I hate to, but I know she is.
What do you mean?
Her mom ran off with some guy named George, said something about going to rob banks. I don't know why they would do that. It's like money's good to anybody at this point.
Wait, George Freeman?
Wait, how did you know?
That's something.
What are you going on about?
George Freeman was my father's boss. Said he was going to run off and cause some mayhem with a lady named Sally. That wouldn't be Abby's mother's name, would it?
Yeah.
Oh, that is so strange.
Sounds more idiotic if you ask me.
No, not that. Just that we've only met here at a bus stop at the end of our lives, and we've been connected this whole time.
Not really strange when you think about it.
What do you mean?
I just mean you can connect anything to a completely different anything in only 5 steps. Like the Kevin Bacon theory. Like, everybody knows Kevin Bacon.
That doesn't make any sense.
Whatever, it's just not that strange.
Whatever you say.
What do you think George and Sally are up to right now?
I don't know, but whatever it is, I hope they're having a fun time.
That's amazing. I'm not scared of doing anything like that.
It's so exhilarating. What do we do now?
We can do anything we want. We can cause man. We can do anything.
I'd really like to see my daughter again.
Your daughter?
Yes, George, my daughter. I shouldn't have left her like that.
Well, now's not the time for regrets, dear.
Screw you. You found to do everything you ever wanted to. And honestly, what mayhem could we possibly cause now? Nothing could compare with the giant meteor headed straight for us. No one cares about you, me, or any of this. It's all gonna be gone in a couple of hours.
It's not what we want to do, it's what we can do, understand?
You know what I can't do? I can't see my daughter.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry for? I left her.
Well, I pressured you into it, kinda. I don't know. I mean, we could always head back. No, it's not much, but you could spend the last couple of hours with her.
You would stop your whole rate everything mission for me?
Of course I would. I just wish you told me sooner.
You would have yelled at me.
Probably. But I would have came around to it, like I'm doing now, and you could have more time with your precious Abby.
I just didn't realize how stupid any of this was, so I got out here and started doing it. Me and Abby haven't always been on the best of terms, but I used that as an excuse to run away when I should have used it as a time to fix things with her.
Well, maybe it's not too late to fix things then. Come on, let's see if we can get you home to her.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but I'll burn that bridge when I get to it.
Okay.
Things are going well.
Can we talk about something else? Preferably something happy.
Yeah, sure. I had this friend once back on campus. We were planning on spending all this time together, but he kind of abandoned me.
This is what you call happy?
Whoa! Hang on. He abandoned me for a reason, and I don't resent him for it.
Why?
His name was Kyle, and all throughout our sophomore year of college, he'd been pining over this one girl. Her name was Rhea, and she was, like, smart, and she was beautiful. And you could tell this guy was, like, head over heels for her. He'd talk about her constantly. He'd say, wow, did you see Rhea today? She's so beautiful. He was a serious, helpless romantic, but he could never get up the courage to ask her out.
Did he ever even talk to her?
Oh yeah, they were probably closer friends than him and I ever were. Pretty sure they grew up together. They even had a secret handshake and everything. I'm kind of surprised they didn't get together sooner than they did.
So they were really close. And she didn't know that he had a crush on her.
No, mainly because she had a crush on him, and they were too caught up in each other's feelings to realize the others. I'm kind of glad I wasn't there when they figured it out.
Why?
I don't do too good with romance, just seeing other people be happy when I know I can't be. It might sound selfish, but I also would have felt like I'd been intruding on something personal, you know?
I hear you on that one.
Hey, what's wrong? The world is ending, and you're asking me what's wrong? Sorry, stupid question. It's okay. There's really nothing you can do about it.
Well, is there anything I can do? Like, do you need a ride somewhere? I can get you anywhere you
No,
need.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Oh, come on, sit down. You don't look so good.
I just can't believe this is happening. I mean, we never even had a chance to... It's nothing. It's too late for that now.
It's not too late for anything. We're still here, and we're still alive. So whatever you want to say, you better say it now, or else you'll never get a chance to.
Or I could just sit here and enjoy spending time with you.
Oh, come on, Rhea. What are you going to say?
I just never thought I'd be confessing it to you like this. I always thought it'd be something happy, something we could celebrate. But now I feel like I'm doing it out of necessity.
Just tell me.
I just really like you, okay?
Wait. Like?
What are you, a 5th grader?
Oh my god. I'm so sorry for laughing. I really like you too.
It's a shame we had to figure this out at the end of our lives, huh?
Yeah. Better late than never.
Thank you.
What are you thanking me for?
For being my best friend, for liking me back, for always being there for me when I needed you, for spending these last couple of hours with me. You're the best.
Oh.
What?
Whit's waiting for me.
Oh, I understand if you need to go to him. I'll just...
No. You know what? No. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm just gonna have to call him and tell him he's gonna have to go home by himself.
And he'll be okay with that?
If anyone would understand, it would be Whit.
I don't know, Kyle. You and Whit are pretty good friends. I don't want to get between you two.
Rhea, you mean the world to me. Trust me, he'll understand. He'll be fine with it. Even if he is angry, he won't be angry for too long, right? Hey, bro. Yeah, slight change of plans. I'm staying on campus with Rhea. Yeah, I know, and I'm sorry. I wish I could have said goodbye in person as well. But you'll be okay. You always have been. Good luck with your family and all that. Yeah. Bye.
He'll be okay. Whit's resourceful.
Yeah, he is.
Now come on. I have the entire Star Wars collection on DVD. Let's go.
You truly know the way to go.
I love you.
At least he found happiness in the end, and I'm happy that he's happy.
Yeah, but it almost sounds cliche how much of a happy ending they got. Like you said, humans are inherently selfish. I wouldn't be lying if I said I didn't want what they have.
You looking for a Prince Charming?
Not looking. I had one, but I don't know where he is now.
So, yeah, you're still looking. Just for one in particular.
I mean, I guess.
I'm sorry. I'm being kind of insensitive. Want to tell me about him?
He was a police officer. His name's Matt. He was charming. He was always there when I needed somebody. But when all this started, he kissed me on the forehead on his way out to work, and I haven't heard or seen him since.
Well, if he's still out there, what do you think he's doing?
Helping anybody that needs it. He's selfless. Like, selfless to the point of reckless. He puts complete strangers before his own well-being, for which I commend and damn him for it.
So, you don't think he tried to get back to you? Make sure you're okay?
I wish I knew him well enough to say I knew, but I don't know. I don't know where he is or what's going through his mind.
It doesn't have that much battery on it, but I have no one else to call if you want to give it a shot.
I already used my own battery trying to call him. He never answered.
Well, maybe he was busy then, or just not at the phone. You should try again.
But he's not going to pick up if he did it the first time. And besides, I already left him like a dozen voice messages.
Hey Matt, I'm sorry for, blowing up your phone with calls. I'm just worried about you. Yeah. If you get this, call me back. Hey Matt, it's me again. I'm just scared right now, and I want you to come home, and that's not really fair to me. You're doing your thing, and I can't ask you to just drop that. I miss you. Matt, I just can't stay in the house, so if you do get this, I just want to tell you that I'm not going to be here when you want to come home. I'm going to be at the bus stop. The one where we met. Do you remember that? God, it seems like so long ago. You thought I was drunk or something, and you asked if I needed a ride, but I wasn't drunk, and you were just really embarrassed for a long time. Anyway, yeah, that's where I'll be for the end. If you get this, I'll be there. My phone's about to die, so I think this will be the last voicemail. I know I don't say it enough, but I really do love you. Please be safe.
Are you sure you don't want to try again?
I don't want to hear an answering machine anymore. It's painful enough as it is.
Well, we still have 20 minutes. What do you want to talk about?
We could continue theorizing about what different people do during the end of the world.
Well, unless all I do is sit at a bus stop and talk to a random stranger until the meteor hits.
Yeah, that's boring, isn't it?
Could be interesting.
No, do you know what's really interesting?
What?
What do you think Linda's up to?
Who the heck is Linda?
That newscaster that told everybody they're gonna die. What do you think she's doing?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if I told everyone the world was ending, I'd be like scared for my life. There'd be like people trying to strangle me.
Why?
Because people are crazy, especially when they know they're gonna die.
Can't we make up some beautiful, happy ending for her?
I mean, I guess. There's not much we can talk about. We don't really know her personally.
Does she have kids?
Jeez, Holly, I don't know. She's the newscaster. I didn't even remember her name until you told me a second ago.
Well, I'm gonna pretend that she has kids.
And what do you think they're doing?
She's spending time with her family, giving her kids a bunch of hugs and eating ice cream.
Ice cream.
Well, listen, if any of the stores survived the emotional lootings, I could totally go for some Ben & Jerry's right now, okay? So I can't be the only one.
So she's hugging her children and eating ice cream.
And watching Frozen. But she hates it, but it's her kid's favorite movie. But she really hates it because she's seen it a million times.
Sounds like you're projecting.
Can you do any better?
She's watching 2012, and she's explaining to her children that she lived through that, so they're gonna live through this.
I can't tell if that's being hopeful or morbid.
Both?
You are sick, Whit.
What can I say? It's what I do.
So, are you still in the denial phase?
I mean, a little. Just a little nervous now. It can't hurt. Just a sudden flash of light and then death, right?
I guess.
And besides, it's not like I'm gonna suffer. It's just over.
Yeah, but it just makes you think about stuff. Stuff you've done, stuff you wanted to do, and now you can't because there's only a little bit amount of time left. But you make friends with a stranger at a bus stop because they're cool to talk to, and if you know you only have a certain amount of time, and they're not flying off the handle like everybody else on the freaking planet is, I'm going crazy. Sorry, I'm just nervous too, also, as well.
I hear you.
I believe we've run out of people to talk about.
It would appear so.
We could talk about ourselves, what we wanted to do in life.
That would get depressing really quickly.
I believe we're past the point of depressing here.
You're right, and that's a new kind of depressing, but I don't want to open that can of worms because then I'll start crying, and I don't want to cry anymore. Just kind of want to skip the last 3 phases of grief and go right on to accepting the fact that I'm going to die very, very soon.
That makes sense.
And that leaves us with nothing to talk about for the next 12 minutes.
12 whole minutes. Wow. That seems like such a short time.
What are you thinking about right now?
Mostly about Matt.
You sure you don't want to try again?
I think I might want to. Matt? Oh my God, where are you? You're here? I never thought I would see you again.
I know, I'm sorry for leaving. I shouldn't have.
It doesn't matter now. I love you. Oh my God.
Matt?
Wait.
You two know each other?
Yeah, we were buddies in high school. Man, when Holly was telling me about you, I had no idea that it was you.
Wait. You two know each other?
Yeah, we just met actually.
Small world.
You're telling me.
No, this is amazing. I would say it was good to see you, but, you know, under different circumstances.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm so happy that you're here.
I know. When I tried calling you, after I found the charger for my phone, it went straight to voicemail. I listened to your voicemails about a dozen times.
What did I do to deserve you?
Everything.
Wait a second. Where do you think you're going?
I'm gonna go ahead and go. Let you two spend these last precious moments together in peace.
Yeah, no one should be alone during a time like this.
Mama, what's going on?
It's nothing, Teddy. I just need you to go to sleep.
Alright, Mama. I'm sorry for not eating my breakfast.
It's quite alright, dear.
I love you, Mama. I'll see you in the morning.
I love you too, Teddy. I'll see you in the morning.
Seriously, you're not intruding. Come on, I bet Holly's reading
Yep, there's Garfield.
You know me so well. I shouldn't have left her like that. I'm going to hell. George, I can't.
Garfield makes everything better.
Don't you know it?
You know, despite not realizing it earlier, I'm glad that we finally admitted how we feel for each other. Like, ditto. Did you just reference a Patrick Swayze movie? You know it.
So, here we are. At the end of the world.
Had to happen sometime.
Just lucky enough to see it happen, I guess.
I mean, don't you think it's a little weird how we all sort of came together like this?
Yeah, we're all sort of connected.
Like Kevin Bacon.
What?
Never mind.
Speaking of the end of the world, it's going to happen in 2 minutes.
You're sounding a lot calmer about this.
Just kind of skip to acceptance. No use in worrying about something you can't control.
You're completely freaking out right now, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
I think we all are.
Sucks, man.
Hey, Whit, when we die, do you think we'll meet in the afterlife or something? Do you think we'll meet in, like, another life?
Doubtful.